Look, we back with another one. A pedigree breakdown, a Deep South Sentinels, Fury and the American Sentinels, Honey. We're going to get right into it. As you can see, Fury and Honey is 62.5% pit bull, 17.6% Neapolitan Mastiff, 16.4% English Mastiff, and 3.5% Tosa Inu. So starting with Fury, we're gonna hit you like this. You know, Fury's dad is Cowboy. Okay, see that? Is Cowboy. Cowboy is full siblings to Luna, Elsa, Bumper, Scratch, Major Pain, and others. That's one of the most prolific breedings in American Sentinel history, using a combination of Justice, as you can see right here, and Halo. And if you want to break it down even further, we go back another generation. We're going to stop right there. Halo was from one of my favorite pit bulls, a liege yard of all time, is Little Rascal. That was his only breeding. Back to Valkyrie. Valkyrie is full siblings to Justice and Tiggy. So keep those names in mind, Justice and Tiggy. And then you also got Valkyrie. And another combination that made that, the combination that made that breeding, another prolific one, was Preacher Man and Blue Jeans. So if you're new to the American Sentinel, Preacher Man was out of Bert Searle's yard, Captain Skip. He was a pit bull taken to an English Mastiff called Eclipse. So that made Preacher Man, okay? So I'm going to stop right there. So you got Cowboy on the top. That's Fury's daddy. Cowboy come from that line of that Justice and Halo. Like I said, is an amazing line. So you get that civil aggression right there. And check this out again. Justice come out again. So Cowboy and Machete was basically half siblings to create Fury. And then you got Fury coming in again. Justice coming in again. And here's where it get interesting. Do you see this name right here? Betty Crocker? Guess what? Betty Crocker is half siblings to Lucky 7. Lucky 7 rings a bell if you've been following me these pedigrees and been following Lee for a long time. He's a pit bull. He's the daddy of Slam, the daddy of Danger, the daddy of Maggie, the daddy of Trinity, and the daddy of Komodo. So you got Stone Cold right there, and then Tiggy. Tiggy was actual litter mates with Justice, so they was litter mates. Valkyrie, they was full siblings. She came from another litter because they repeated that Preacher Man and Blue Jean. So you got Tiggy coming in. Check this out, 2 times. We're gonna break it down. I'm gonna show you from the top side. She coming in once, right there, with Betty Crocker's mom. But she's also the mother of Reptar and Widow. So we're gonna break that down for you. So that's the top side right there with Fury, right? Like I said, Fury is around 100 pounds, give or take. Shout out to Casey. Shout out to Ryan Keaton. He's a good producer as well. He made an amazing breeding with Voodoo. You got multiple workers in there with Voodoo, and that was last year. They're only about 14 months old. That was Voodoo's first breeding. So that's the top side right there with Fury. Now let's go down to the bottom side. You got Nova. Shout out to Brent Norwell. He's a boxer representing Mississippi and Vegas. This is his girl Nova. I'm sorry, not Nova. It's Honey. Honey and Nova is litter mates. Honey, and I was just reading off the thing, but actually Honey comes from this. She's actually litter mates with Thumb. So like Nova, Honey, she's a great hunter with pigs. She do protection work. She basically could do everything that you want. If you want her to chill in the house and take over the kids and not be too rough with them, she'll do that. If you need to get busy, somebody acting weird, she'll do that. You got some coyotes that's playing games on your yard, stray dogs coming up to you, she'll do that. So she's very versatile, okay? So this combination right here is going to create some amazing Sentinels. Now look at her pedigree. So you got on the top side of Honey, you got the famous Frankie Bop. If you look through Lee's yard and you go to his pit bull page, most of the stock of his studs and his females is based on a Frankie Bop line, okay? He happens to be the mother of Honey in this case. Honey taken to Onyx. Now Onyx is probably, Leah probably tell you, is by his best female producer of all time. She's hopefully she has one final breeding with Scratch. That'll be her retirement breeding because she's already 8.5 years old. Okay, Onyx is amazing. And look who's the daddy of Onyx, Justice. So that's why you got Justice coming in 3 times. You got Justice coming in once on the bottom side of Onyx and twice right here, okay? And guess where Tiggy comes in again? Because remember, Widow and Betty Crocker are half siblings. The only thing that separates them was their dad was Wrecker, okay? So you got Tiggy coming in 2 times. So you're going to have dogs. Anytime you have a breeding, you're going to have different scales. You're going to have some dogs that's extremely civil aggressive, like a 9 out of a 10. Some will probably be 6 or 7. And then some will probably have a 9 or 10 of dog aggression, less civil aggression. But how you shape the dog and how you raise a dog is going to epigenetically alter their journey in their life while they're on this earth with you, okay? So always keep that in mind. And make sure when you reach out to in this case, Ryan, that you let him know, you write down in your notebook what you actually want. Since both of the dogs are fawn, you know that all the puppies are going to be fawn. So if you're looking for a brindle, if you know for a fact that you only want a brindle, this is not the breeding for you. This is a breeding, like I said, if you want to hunt, you want to protect your property, you want to play sports, you want to do sports, because these dogs right here have got excellent nerves. And one thing about Sentinels is they adapt to their environment very, very well. Great nerves, and they adapt to their environment very, very well. So reach out to Lee. Like I said, I'm going to go over it to you one more time. Fury and Lee is 62.5% Pit Bull, 17.6% Neapolitan Mastiff, 16.4% English Mastiff, and 3.5% Tosu Inu. They was bred at the end of May, so they should be born at the end of July, which makes them, guess what? Fire signs, aka Leos. We already know the power of Leos. Leo the lion. Leos, if you into the zodiac, Leos have a strong personality about themselves. You know what I mean? So these dogs right here is gonna be something that you want to take advantage of. Reach out to Ryan. He's real easy to contact, and all of his information, I'm gonna pop it up on the screen so you can see it. I'll put it on the thing, but here I'll just bring it up just so you can see. There you go, right there. See, contact info. Ryan Keaton, 601-500-1630. 601-500-1630. Deep South Sentinels at Gmail. I appreciate you for listening. Thanks for subscribing, and peace.